I'm just going to flat out say it. I hate sports. Yet for someone who doesn't like sports, it has unexpectedly become a very large part of my life. You don't believe me? Feast your eyes on Exhibit A. This room. My husband calls it the man cave, and lucky me, it comes complete with a wall of shame honoring his glory days as a football player. Now, to be fair, I should have known that marrying a jock would inevitably involve sports to a degree, but not to this degree. Here's an average day in my house.
Yeah, baby! Woohoo! All right! That's what I'm talking about.
See what I mean? My name is Concetta Deluco, and I am a sports widow. Football, basketball, baseball, tennis, boxing, and on really slow sports days, golf. My only salvation during these long, lonely hours is cooking. When the big game comes on, I don't ask who's playing. I ask, what should I make for dinner? And I know I'm not alone. For every die-hard sports fanatic out there, there is someone like me. Someone who tolerates sports to get to the food. You see, one thing that I'm beginning to learn from being around sports so much is that it is so much more than just the game. There's also the culture, the excitement, the people, the crowds, the passion, but most importantly, the food. And it's always incredible food, whether it's the best ribs at a tailgate, fine dining at the stadium, or must-try neighborhood burgers or bars. Fan food is some of the best food out there. And yet, for people like me who have successfully warded off all sporting events like the plague, it's been a best-kept secret. Until now. I'm finally ready to bridge the gap between the ultimate sports fans and the ultimate foodies by sacrificing myself and diving into the foreign world of sports, all in the name of delicious food. And that's what my show would be about, finding fan food from the unique perspective of an unlikely spectator. Sure, you can get a real sport nut to host this show, but that is just so predictable. Besides, you don't need a sports nut, you need a food nut. And if searching the country for some of the most tantalizing food around means sitting through some games, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Because at the end of the day, I may not know sports, but I definitely know food. I'm Italian. It's in my blood. You see, Italians love by feeding, and I was lucky enough to be fed and taught by some of the best chefs in the business. My mom and grandma back in Brooklyn, New York, where I was born and raised. I've been cooking and feeding the masses since I was 11 years old, and I've continued to feed my passion for food over the years through my obsession with the Food Network, experimenting with ingredients and recipes, and most importantly, travel. After graduating from college, I moved from New York to Florida and then to California. I've had an adventurous career in journalism and worked on a circus documentary, which allowed me to travel to over 25 states and internationally, as well as meet and interview some of the most interesting people, try food from different regions, and embrace different cultures, of which I've learned there is no better way to do that than by sitting down and sharing a meal. Good food is the universal truth, folks. Everyone loves it. So at the end of all this, you may not find me doing a lot of this.
Yeah, baby! Woohoo!
But you will find me doing a lot more of this. And I'm sure I'll learn a thing or two about sports along the way. After all, sports enthusiasts and myself seem to have a lot more in common than I'd care to admit. We both love really good food.